What's up, world? It's your boy Jay Tuck back at it again with another Cowboys fans only show. So salute to all the subscribers out there in the CFO gang. So make sure you comment, like, and subscribe somewhere down there, somewhere down there, somewhere down there. Well, let's talk about it. So yesterday was the day we've all been waiting for. The NFL schedule was released. And honestly, we really didn't care about the NFL schedule. Let's be honest. We only really cared about the Cowboys schedule. So the Cowboys schedule has officially dropped. Now, I'm going to be completely 100% honest. If you follow me on Twitter at JTuck151, and I follow all Cowboys fans back, the good, the bad, the ugly, I was kind of torn yesterday because I was at the point where all day I was excited for the schedule to drop, right? And there it is, 6:30, boom, the schedule dropped right on time. And it was just like, all right, we have football scheduled, but are we really, Tuck? Are we really going to have football season? And I was like, I don't know. And all these thoughts started to ponder in my mind, like, if we do have football season, will you be able to go as fans? Will there be no fans? I know the UFC is having a huge fight Saturday. There's going to be no fans. So you think that's going to be the trend? Do you think they're even going to be able to have football starting in September? Will it be delayed? So all these thoughts started clouding my judgment, and I really couldn't enjoy the Cowboys schedule being released like I really wanted to, like I expected. So after I slept on it, I had to just kind of get my thoughts together. You know, I'm excited. I'm tremendously excited about football season. As we all know, that's the reason why we're here. That's why you're on this channel. It's because of Dallas Cowboys football. You're a fan just like me. So I'm excited about it, but we also got to be, taking precautions, think about our safety, different things that's going on right now with this whole virus ordeal. So the way that I'm going to pursue it as if it's business as usual, that we are going to have a football season. There won't be any cancellations. We're going to be 100,000 deep. We're going to be tailgating. We're going to be wilding out at AT&T Stadium because that's how we do Cowboys Nation. So when I started to get more excited about the season, I started to break it down. All right, so what games are a dub and what games are a L? Right? Because that's what we do as fans. I mean, I saw an Eagle fan yesterday. They're going about 12 wins or so. You marking the dubs on the calendar, circling dubs. Now, as Cowboys fans, realistically, we all know that's never the case. Nothing's a dub. Because last year, I marked the Jets as a dub. I marked the Bills as a dub. I marked the Vikings. So you really can never mark dubs and L's because the season really never goes as planned. But also, there's something we have to take into consideration, Cowboys fans, that I thought about when I was breaking down this schedule. And this is a new team, bruh. This is a completely new team. We do not know anything about this team. We know about the players. We know about our organization. We know about the fans, but we don't know about the coaching staff. We don't know the mindset of this team. So theoretically, previous years, you're able to count 8-8. Jason Garrett's going to count us a few losses, here and there. We're going to trick off a few games we should win. We're not really going to be as focused on this game. This is a back-to-back. This is a road game. I can X that one out for sure. And you can probably be around the 8-8, 9-7 range. So as I started to break down the calendar a little bit more in depth, I decided what I'm going to do is add in the Mike McCarthy factor. So I'm going to take whatever I thought we would do if this was a typical Jason Garrett era, 8-8, 9-7 type range. And I'm a plus 2 points for Mike McCarthy because I believe he's a much better coach than Jason Garrett. But there's also other considerations to factor in. Is like, was that going to be there for those first 4 games? Because I'm telling you, looking at the schedule as it is, I personally believe those first 4 games are tough. And this is why I explain it that way, right? You start off with the Rams. Now, I was there in December last year, like right there. I was right there. I synced it with my own eyes. We put a smackdown on the Rams. Like, we blasted the Rams. We rushed all over them. We did whatever you wanted to do with the Rams. So they have that in the back of their mind, going into this season. Plus, it's going to be the opening of their brand new stadium. We're coming in, brand new staff, lots of unknowns. Will our starting quarterback be there? I hope he is. Dak, listen to me. Just come back and play football. Just sign it, bro. Just sign it. So, I'm hoping things are as cope and steady as normal. But you have to understand the Rams are a very talented team. With the running back, one of my guys personally, Cam Akers. You got the defense. You got Sean McVay. So it's not like it's a slouch. It's not like typically when we normally play the Giants the first game, we kind of get warmed up, and that's what I think this year we kind of need it. It's like a Giants warm-up game because we don't know how long the preseason is actually going to be. It's going to be a shortened preseason. How is training camp really going to work? How many reps and different things are going to go into play with this new staff? So going on the road to LA is a scary game for me personally, I believe. Now, and the reason why I say that also is, like I said, you're matching talent per talent. I think we're overall the more talented team. I think we're even favorite on the road. But you got to understand that the Rams didn't make too many changes to their organization. So they pretty much know their team. They know their staff. Well, we're going to have to work out a few kinks to see what works and what doesn't work. So that first game on the road at the Rams, I personally don't feel too good about. So I would possibly mark that one as a, things happen. But I think, like I said, there's a lot of different variations that goes into play with it. Now, transition to week 2 when we come back home. Now I think we can kind of see what happened from the previous week. And Atlanta's one of those talented teams that they have the talent there, but they underperform. But I think we'll be perfectly fine going into week 2 against the Falcons. And then also, after that, now we go on the road to Seattle. And we all know playing in Seattle is a very tough place to play. You got Russell Wilson. You got the 6th man. I mean, it's just a tough place to play. So I'm really curious. I think week 3, that will be the game that we'll need to watch as Cowboys fans to see, all right, we legit this year or we got some work to do. We got some work to do. Because I think that game will let us know if we go on the road to Seattle and actually just put down work, then we can start perking up a little bit and poke our chest out. But I think the first game and the third game of the schedule is going to tell us a lot about this team, whether it was the same old Jason Garrett, kind of this mundane 8-8 floating going on with things, or are we really for real? Because if we're for real, like I think we are, like our roster says we are, and we skate through those first 3 games, it's going to be trouble. Going into week 4, the Browns, you never know with Cleveland. They're up and down. You got Baker Mayfield. That was going to be one of the games I was going to go to, but I'm still kind of holding off for now. Odell Beckham. So they're star-powered there in Cleveland. So they got a lot to prove this year. So I think that'll be a competitive game, but I think ultimately at home, the Cowboys can take that game. New York Giants, it is what it is. Sorry, Saquon. Sorry, Jason Garrett. We'll take that game. Now, the Cardinals game, week 6, is something to look out for. Previously, that'll be the game we just check mark a W. It's just the Cardinals, But now, giving Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, and different weapons, I think that might be a shootout game, which will be a fun one to attend. So I plan on personally being at that home game, week 6, against the Cardinals. Redskins, division rivalry game, but I see no issues there. And then we fly off to Philly. Will it be Wentz? Will it be Hurts? Will it be Wentz? Who knows? Who cares? I think we will handle business at Philly. I'm personally not worried about going to Philly. I think we're going to handle business. I think we're going to know what's at stake. I think Mike McCarthy and our team will be rolling by week 8 by then. And then we'll be ready to get into the thick of things. Now, this is kind of a tough part of the schedule, right? We leave Philly, right? Then we play the Steelers at home, which the Steelers are always going to be a competitive team. As long as they're under Mike Tomlin, they're going to put up a fight. If Big Ben is healthy, that's something to watch out for because he's always going to have them. Their offense is always going to be in it. So we got to play, the Steelers at home. Then we transition to play the Minnesota Vikings week 11 on the road, which is always a tough place to play too. And we really don't play well against the Vikings historically. So that's something to watch out for. I think that will be a close game. Redskins week 12 is the Thanksgiving Day game. The Redskins are the Redskins. So I think we'll be fine there. And then we go away to Baltimore. And so that time span of going Philly, Steelers, Vikings, Redskins, and then Baltimore, that's going to be another tough part of the season. I think our bye week is around week 10 or so, give or take. So we'll have a quick bye in there. But I think those are kind of the gauntlet days of November where we're going to have to fight and really push through if the season holds up as is. But if we get past that part right there, that kind of grueling part of the season, then we play the Bengals. We'll be fine. The fun game that everybody on Twitter is talking about is the 49ers game. It's just so much history goes into that game, Cowboys and 49ers. I think that'll be a fun game to see. It'll be a bash. You kind of see how their running backs perform against our defense and our running back against their defense. I think that's going to be a fun game to see. If you look online, the tickets are very expensive for that one, but we're going to be there. We'll work something out. And then Philly comes home to us. I think we handle Philly. So I'm going to go on the record to say I think we sweep Philly. I think we're going to sweep Philly and then the end of the season off with the Giants. So give or take, I'm looking at the schedule. I'm seeing about 11 wins for the Cowboys. That's just, like I said, adding on the Mike McCarthy factor of, being a step above Jason Garrett and not going 8-8, 9-7, which is kind of a safe bet. So I'm thinking 10 to 11 wins this year if this season goes as is. Now, I said there's been a lot of talks of possibly pushing the Super Bowl back. Maybe having it in March, which I wouldn't be opposed to have a Super Bowl in March. I mean, think about it. Having a Super Bowl and then going right into March Madness. March would be my favorite month. And since March this year, 2020 was ruined by the cancellation of March Madness, I'm all for it. That way we can have a nice warm Super Bowl when we're down there in Tampa. But Cowboys fans, tell me how y'all feel. Y'all looking at the schedule? Are you hopeful? Are you optimistic? Do you think, I don't think so. I think we're going to go 8-8, 9-7. I've seen some people even say 14 wins. I'm not going to go that drastic. Like I said, 10 to 11 wins is what I see. But we still got a lot of work to do, Cowboys fam. So we got to get to it. We got to get back to training camp. We got to get our team back together, got to get them on the practice field, doing what they do best, and we got to get our quarterback signed. So tell me how you feel. Comment, like below, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how y'all feel about the schedule. Like I said, also follow me at Twitter at JTuck151. It's your boy J Tuck signing off, saying how about those Cowboys? Y'all have a good Friday. Stay safe.